Peace, love, and respect, y'all. Tunde here. So, first and foremost, y'all already know how I gotta do this. I gotta give much love and respect to everybody tapping in tonight because I just appreciate y'all, point blank, period. For those of y'all new to the channel, please be sure to go on and like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, share if you feel led, and just keep tapping in. Just keep tapping in. Also, for those of y'all new to the channel, this is Tea Time Tuesday with Tunde. Hey, I Tunde. And this is the full moon edition. So for those of y'all that follow my other socials, y'all already know how this goes. I'm doing all the signs. This ain't just no one collective reading. This is for all the signs. So I'm going to go through water, air, earth, and fire. This particular video is on earth signs. Please be sure to check out the links below for the remainder signs. Cross watchers are welcome. And again, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm intuitive by nature. I'm a diviner by nature. So yeah, y'all gonna hear me, you know, continuously speaking because spirit be spitting facts. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right on into it. So to my earth babies, believe it or not, comparison, you know, there's strength in being a solo rider. There's strength in being a black sheep. There's strength in standing out. Okay, y'all want to know something? And this is where comparison really plays a dangerous part, because it's going to distract you from doing what you're really called to do. Okay, it's going to distract you from that judgment that is being given to you by your spirit guides. It's going to distract you. I need to cut this shit. Okay, so let's go over what a black sheep is. Black sheep is a rare and unrelatable, right? So what y'all comparing yourselves for? And I don't want to hear or see in the comments nothing about no, that's not me. On another note, let me run this back and make something very clear. Okay, so readings, for those of y'all tapping in, they are not intended specifically to foretell the future, because we all know we are the designers of our destiny. So energy changes at any moment. Okay, this is guidance. Okay, what you may hear may be something that has happened prior, may happen later on, depending on the direction that you are going. So please take what resonates, leave behind what does not, because that shit don't matter. Okay. But y'all do know the black sheep is the brightest of the bunch, right? The brightest. They stand out. They stand out. Okay, they stand out. And they stand out particularly because they can withstand much more than the flock. See, the flock normally has to stick together and be led by a shepherd, right? They got to stand together. And this, look it up. Look it up, y'all. I kid you not. Sheep have to stick together for protection. It's like they need others for their protection. Whereas the black sheep, it can stand taller, it can stand stronger. Okay, and something interesting about the black sheep is that their fleece or their wool doesn't die. Take that how it resonates. But it cannot be colored. Therefore, if you take that on another perspective, can't be tainted. Cannot be tainted. So with that being said, looking at how others are doing things, or what's going on with others, or looking at other situations, and this even goes for those of you that have not been doing your shadow work, looking at the mistakes and using those mistakes as your guides. Now, there's a difference in looking at your past mistakes or the mistakes of others and looking at those as your guides and means of protection. But, and y'all know, y'all can overdo it. Okay, there's a difference in looking at these mistakes as means of protection with sound mind and good judgment. and using those as a means of hindering you from taking risks, hindering you from making conscious decisions, hindering you from, actually it's really evolving around fear. It's really evolving around fear. Okay, and earth signs particularly have a way of doing this, and that's being set in their ways and their traumas. So as far as these outside energies, these outside influences, we really need to be working on being easily influenced, because that's a hindrance, babe. That's a hindrance. Okay, and we ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Now, I do want to talk to y'all real quick, because I know I spoke on this before about being leaders, okay, and being able to stand alone. If your flock can relate to you, or if you can relate to your flock, who does your flock have to be guided by? Who does your flock have to be related to? Right? Now, what's even more beautiful about this is choosing wisely. Okay, being able to accept guidance. Are you desperate to be guided, or can you stand in confidence in your own power? Now, have you ever really looked at your transitions in life and looked at the emotions that you all have been through? Again, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Sometimes you're pulled from situations, as much as it hurts, or people are pulled from you, or you are pulled from people, because you had what you needed. You know, you can pray all day long for everything that you need, but when it's pulled away from you, why complain? If it's pulled away from you, why seclude yourself and go into your dark hole, or that dark place that you fear so much? Let's be real. Why do that? Do you really trust that you have everything that you need? Because if you did, then you would understand that if you're pulled away, or if, you know, the people that you needed at that moment, you needed those experiences at that moment. You needed to be placed in those places at that moment. And when it shifts, that means you no longer need it. Okay? You're being guided towards better, you're being guided towards higher ground. Now, I know y'all have heard that saying, if it leaves, that's good. But if it comes back to you, then it's real, or something like that. Y'all, I know I just jacked that whole statement up. Please excuse me. But but that's a real statement. That's a real statement. Because let's just say you end up running across that person, or you're returning to that place in your life. Now, sometimes you're called to do that to repeat lessons, because you ain't get the shit the first time. Okay? Please excuse my French, but accept my English. But that's one way, one reason. Another reason is because when you were pulled before and you went through those transitions and those further lessons that you had to learn, when you go back, or when it's returned to you, they're not getting the same you. They're getting a more evolved you. They're getting a stronger you. They're getting a new you, a brand new you. And maybe this time you have the seeds to be planted, maybe in whatever, you know, in their journey, or wherever you're at that moment. So please get off your asses and stop being afraid to move. And I can mean that literally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Please stop being fearful of freaking moving. Y'all do realize that the eye of the storm is the calmest portion, right? The eye of the storm is the calmest section. And you know why it's the calmest section? It's because the skies are clear above it. Every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. but you're so distracted with everything else going around you and just staying put, looking one direction, you're forgetting to look up. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, my earth babies. Let's not do that, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to pull, y'all already know, some oracles first. We're gonna go ahead and pull some oracles first. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And see what messages Spirit have for you from the cards, baby. Let's see. Let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for this full moon for my earth babies? What messages do you have? Oh. Y'all gotta excuse me. I just have these random spurts. Okay. So we've got, hold on. Take those off first too. Okay, so we've got perseverance. We've got perseverance. We've got judgment and release. So what this is telling me is that y'all been going in through the long haul. Y'all have been holding on to certain judgments, not only of yourself, but everything around you. Just certain belief systems. It's time to let those go. It's time to completely evolve into a brand new you. Okay? A brand new you. Holding on to specifically those belief systems. Everything is not always black and white. Sometimes you got to get your behind out there and see more. Sometimes you got to get your ass out there and do more. Okay? You're not, you can't see the world just sitting off your ass. You're not going to be able to see the world sitting on your ass. Okay? There are lessons to learn out there, and you have to be moved in order to be able to learn them. You have to be moved in order to be able to see new lights. You have to be moved in order to see new things. Okay, so holding on to those old belief systems or the way that you're comfortable in being. Being in fear of being uncomfortable is not healthy at all. Labor is uncomfortable. That shit hurt, okay? Take it from somebody who's done it 3 times, okay? And one of those times was a double whammy, okay? Take it from it hurts. It's uncomfortable. Pregnancy itself is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. So look at this as your pregnancy, and you are in the midst of going through a spiritual labor. You've got to be able to release and let go. Let go. Forget the pain. Forget the fear. Forget all of that. And just get the damn shit done. Get the shit done. Okay? Do not be a prisoner to your own inflicted thought processes. The solutions that worked for you before are not always going to work for you now. And in order for you to learn those brand new solutions, you got to step out there into new territory. You got to step out there into new territory. There is so much more out there for you. So much more. So much more. Yeah. And silence. We got silence. I'm going to pull 2 more. Give me 2 more, Spirit. Give me 2 more, Spirit. Connection. And fun. So we got silence, connection, and fun. Woo! You at a standstill. Okay. What you're expecting to hear, what you're expecting to see, it's like you're not. Here's the thing. For those of you that are really connected to spirit, sometimes you may feel as though those voices have been silenced. Sometimes you may feel as though it's just you and you're all alone, you know. And for some of you, you're not hearing what you want to hear and you're completely ignoring it, disconnected. Spirit is saying to be flexible. Spirit is saying to move around. Spirit is really giving me that strong indication that it's time to warm your blood up a little bit. Okay? You know, if you stay in a situation too long, or if you don't live, yeah, this is a perfect example. If you're not living, what happens when a being dies? They become cold, right? They become cold. Such as the heart becoming cold after a heartbreak. Because what happens after the heartbreak, you may feel as though you won't love again. It's like you lose a part of yourself. Have you ever thought that maybe that was a part of yourself that was no longer needed in your essence anymore? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of that maybe you needed that heartbreak to open yourself up to new ways of transformation within yourself? Because again, whatever you walk into moving forward is getting a brand new you, is getting a brand new perspective, is getting a brand new view of everything. It's not to say that you're not taking the lessons, which are the keys, that were before you. But it's evolved. You're evolved. You're evolved. Don't be afraid to live. Stop being afraid to live. Stop being afraid to live, y'all. Stop being afraid to live. So, on another note, yes, the blueprint. We got the blueprint. Okay. The heart chakra and the realm bridger. So we've got the new blueprints. I'm sorry. We got new blueprints, high heart chakra and the realm bridger. So with that being said, yes, you're being called to literally stop holding your contracts up. It's okay to reflect. It's perfectly fine. That's what you're supposed to do. But do not become a prisoner in your own reflections. Do not be a slave to your mind. Do not be a slave to your past. Let that fear go. Let that fear go. Stop worrying about if something goes wrong. What if it goes right? What if it goes exactly the way you want it to? Again, this is for those who want it their way all the damn time. It may be uncomfortable for a hot minute. It may make you feel some type of way. But that's a process. That's the process. Okay, that's the process. The same map you going through over and over and over again is not guiding you to these higher heights that you're trying to reach. There are so many opportunities out there just waiting for you. You holding up the process, babe. You holding up the process, babe. Now let's go ahead and pull some tarot and we're going to wrap this thing on up. We're going to wrap this thing on up. We're going to wrap this thing on up. Spirit, give me some messages for the people. Oh, hold on. I was about to shuffle again. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes. Alrighty. So the first card that came out was the Free Man. Okay. So the Free Man, also representation of the Fool. Be okay with taking risk. I'm not gonna keep saying this. Oh my gosh. And some of y'all making y'all ancestors blood boil with this one. Move, live. It's okay. Risks are healthy. Okay? Especially when you're operating from a sense of being guided by spirit. When you are operating in sound mind and good judgment. When you are taking these previous lessons that you have already learned and grabbing those keys, baby. When you are taking these previous lessons that you have already learned and you are allowing them to evolve and you are allowing them to grow. There's a difference in holding on to hurt and trauma or past mistakes and allowing these to be lessons and allowing these lessons to have you to evolve. There's a difference. There's a big difference. There's a difference in that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we've got the Garden. We've got the Garden. And we've got the Daughter of Coins. Okay, and I also want y'all to keep in mind that I am not your traditional reader. Again, I am a diviner by nature, but I'm more so intuitive by nature. So, when it comes to cards, again, I'm not your traditional reader. I'm more intuitive than anything. I'm not a by the book reader. Okay, so if you are coming here for that, that's not it. 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 I'm very in tune with tarot, but I'm more so your intuitive reader. Alrighty, so we've got the Free Man, the Garden, and the Daughter of Coins in reverse. Okay, so whoo, Lord, I just got so happy for y'all. I just got so happy for y'all. So these risks that you all are so afraid to take, please believe, take them, babies, because they watering all of those seeds that you all have been planting. Now I'm gonna go ahead and flip this, shift this, and reverse it for some of my earth signs. For some of my earth signs, now this is a completely different story. We've taken risk in the past. We've made some major sacrifices that did not align. That did not align appropriately. Okay? Please believe those seeds were watered too. Take that as it resonates. Okay? Take that as it resonates. And please understand that those fruits will grow. Okay? So I would advise you to take this time to do some self-reflection. Take this time to actually go in and seek forgiveness of yourself specifically. I would advise you to do that. Okay? But for another handful of you, do not be afraid to take those risks moving forward. I'm going to make this clear, okay? Do not be afraid of taking risks moving forward. And even for those of us that have made really stupid decisions and made mistakes, okay, it's all right. It's all right. These are not intended to be held on as traumas, because you don't want to inflict yourself and put yourself into your own prison. Instead, take these as lessons. Use those lessons as seeds to plant fruits that will soon grow and be healthy for you. Healthy fruit. Healthy fruit. Okay? And we've got the Two of Coins in reverse. This is what's going to set the balance. This is what's going to set the tone. Yes. And we've got the Son of Baskets. Release that immature, ooh, snap. Release the immature thought processes. Okay? It's time to grow and glow, bae. It's time to grow and glow, bae. So we've got the Two of Knives that came out right along with the Son of Baskets. Release that immature thought processes. Release the image. Somebody is very immature about situations right now. Somebody is really wanting it like, oh, but this ain't what I want. Or having a really childish, selfish outlook on things. And it's time to release that shit. Release it. Let that go. You're growing. You're moving forward. Those previous mindsets and outlooks, they no longer serve you right now in this season. Okay? And it's causing you to be imbalanced. And we're not having that where we're going. We're just fucking not. Okay? It's time to really look with your other vision, so to speak. With your other vision. So we are going to take this into an extended. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I thank y'all so much for tapping in with me. If y'all want to see the videos to the other signs, please be sure to check the links. Okay? And yeah, I will see y'all next Tuesday. I love y'all. Peace.